Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the JY podcast. Today, we're going to be doing another episode on Titans. Again, it's going to be specifically focusing on Red Hood as a character in this show. And I think it's just we left off the last episode kind of saying that we didn't like where it was taken at that point, and we weren't going to like where it is in the future. And now it's in the future, and kind of everything we predicted came true, and it is all just as bad as we thought. And so we're gonna discuss it now.
Yeah, like in our last video, one of the main points we kind of made was like, how are they going to redeem him after now he's killed a Titans member? Because we made it like around when episode 3 came out. And now they're going with this whole redemption story, but they've done it in the most forced way possible, and it's completely tarnished Red Hood. Now he is under the control of Scarecrow, and in this latest episode, he's just like talking with Dick Grayson about joining back the team. They're going to just put everything he's done aside.
Yeah, the thing that makes this so annoying is like they're kind of each passing episode diminishes Red Hood's character more and more. Like Red Hood is supposed to be the sidekick character that became his own individual who didn't believe in Batman. Like that was the whole thing, is he's a whole separate person now. Whereas before it was another little Batman. Now they're making it like he's just a little pawn. They like he barely feels like his own person. He's either a member of the Titans or he's like Scarecrow's little crony. You know, he doesn't feel individualistic at all. It kind of ruins his character, makes him feel like he's just like an object, you know, that they got to get control of. And so I don't know. I think they're really not showing Red Hood's perspective nearly enough in this season.
Yeah, exactly. He's literally just Scarecrow's sidekick. He's not even his own character, really. It's really just feel like now they're kind of moving the shift of focus to Scarecrow. And a lot of just Red Hood Good's trait we haven't even seen discovered. I think he was pretty doomed the minute they killed the Joker off so soon. And the fact that Batman's not even involved in the story. I think, just one thing that kind of stands out with Red Hood is he's kind of like Batman in a way, but he thinks killing is necessary and he just challenges some of Batman morals. And I just feel like we haven't really seen that side of Jason at all. And pretty much like the closest to kind of like anti-hero we've seen him was like just in the first few episodes, like his darker side. But now I just feel like he's slowly going back to how he was in season 2, which is really annoying because as I mentioned in like the last episode we did of this, they've really been building up Jason Todd to become Red Hood. Season 2 kind of like laid out the groundwork, and it just felt so rushed to just have him become Red Hood so quick. Like die to the Joker first episode, and already rushing his redemption. I'm assuming by the second half, he's probably gonna be back on the team.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think what they might, because there's a few scenes that point to this, but I think what they're going for is they want Red Hood to tear apart the Titans, because some of them want Red Hood to be like forgiven and some think he needs to like die or something. But the problem with that is that like where are they going to go? Are you telling me that either that whole plot line is just going to be forgotten and they either forgive him or they don't, or they're going to tear apart, be angry about Red Hood, and then come back together for the like in time for the end of the season? Or is it going to be like a whole show thing? Which if that's a whole show thing, that has not been planned at all. Like they're pulling that out of their back pocket for no reason. Like I feel like this just feels really sloppy. Like none of it seems like it was hinted towards. It's all just kind of happening, and we're discovering stuff as like quickly as the creators can come up with stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It just feels dumb. It does not feel like intelligent storytelling.
Yeah, they really just dropped the ball rushing Red Hood to be just at the first episode of the season. I mean, I kind of get that the whole Joker thing, they don't have like rights to him for the reason Warner Brothers doesn't give like these DC shows right. But like, what's the point of having Joker kill him? I'd much rather someone else kill him. Like, I don't even know. They were going to have Deathstroke kill him. That would have worked better for the story that they're telling. And yeah, just as I mentioned before, we're not really getting a sense of Red Hood as a character. It really just feels like more of Jason Todd being hypnotized by Scarecrow now with just a new costume. barely any traits of Scarecrow or of Red Hood is showing. And I think the show is just really just declining in quality. I thought this season could be a massive upgrade with Red Hood if done right. But yeah, this show just has no potential to get any better. And Jason Todd's character is only going to go downhill from here.
Yeah, now that you mentioned like that Deathstroke was supposed to kill him, it kind of makes me think, isn't this basically just the Terra storyline? Where they have someone join the Titans and then they get corrupted and leave, and then they have to decide whether or not they let them back. Like, this is basically Terra, like from the old Teen Titans show, and then also they made a movie called Judas Contract. Like, they're that just opens something up for me. This is basically just copy and paste, but they changed the characters and the names. That is really lazy.
Yeah, this show really just it's just really lazy and disappointing how they're treating him. Especially when you like to casual people watching this, they're not gonna have a clue about this character Red Hood and how like interesting he really is. I mean, he's really a fan favorite character, and this show just completely destroyed him. And it's just the worst way to have your first live action character.
Yeah, and they're also, he's like the poster child now. There isn't a single place you can see the name Titans mentioned without Red Hood's face on the cover of it. Like, they're really trying to sell this as a massive character and a huge point in the story. But really, he's just kind of being thrown around wishy-washy, like, who cares? It feels like the story is based around every single other character, and he's just kind of being used in it.
I just want to say also, if he ends up joining the Titans again, bro, I'm actually done with this show. Like, I feel like it's just too far to go. Maybe if they're gonna have him redeem himself, which is like seems exactly where this is going, have him be like a recurring like anti-hero that kind of helps the Titans out sometimes. But don't make him a member of the team and just casually be there like none of this happened, and just because he was under Scarecrow's control.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not many ways that they could go with this that I think would be like solid. Okay, I'll admit, if they somehow like have a satisfying conclusion to this story, it would be like incredibly impressive, and I would give them props for it. But the reason I think it's so sloppy is that there's almost zero conceivable way that could happen. Like, there's no planning. So if they do somehow make it so maybe he is like a helper that they still don't trust or something, maybe it would be good. But that is really unlikely.
I think what ultimately messed this all up was their whole idea of killing Hank in the third episode. I don't even really think that was necessary to begin with. They could have kept him around, and they would have made this whole redemption story kind of make more sense. But I also think if they're gonna do this, it should have been like a full season thing. Like it should be the eighth episode. We're slowly getting him back to his old roots. He should have like been kind of getting back to his old roots like once the season's like over. Like towards the end of it, it should end with him like finally getting out of maybe Scarecrow's control if they were gonna plan to do this. But this could have been like it would have made a lot more sense if it just kept Hank alive.
Yeah, I don't know. Just there's a lot of stuff they could have done better. I I'm almost interested. It's like it's trying to keep me watching the show to see how bad they could mess it up even more. So maybe that was the plan all along. So yeah, I'm kind of interested, but that was about all I had to say. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think we've said pretty much most of what we wanted to say. I mean, this show is only getting worse, and if they do any more stupid decisions, we might do another video on this. But I don't know, man. They need new writers desperately.